So we have a lot to talk about today. It was a busy weekend over in Japan with the Tokyo Toy Show, so we have a lot of Transformer product to cover there, a lot of reveals, as well as some first looks at some retail product we're going to be getting here in the West, the future of the Masterpiece line, and Hasbro has just revealed a new crossover with Transformers and a whole bunch of other stuff through a board game, and we'll get into that in a moment. So let's start first with what was going on all the way in Japan with Tokyo Toy Show that happened over this weekend. There was a whole bunch of product that was showed off, but there was some pre-order images that leaked out of the potential next BWVS collection, Transformers Beast Wars Again collection item. This one's no surprise because of the pairing. All of these collections have more or less been kind of throwbacks to the old 2-packs from 1997 in Japan, and this one continues that tradition. BWVS 04 Rocky Mountain Showdown, Rattle, and Terrorsaur. Now, the only image we have here is that of the robot mode thus far, so we're going to have to just deal with what we have right here to see the paint differences from the original releases, but it looks pretty good. And the Rattrap itself, the core class, there's only so much that could be done with it. It looks like pretty much a jazzed up version of the Kingdom one that we got, all those years ago. And I mean, between that and the Netflix version and this one, it's debatable what's going to be the best one. I mean, I still think the best Rattrap figure is still yet to come, in my opinion, if not people already satisfied with the Deluxe we got all those years ago. But that one's probably the weaker one of the bunch. But the Terrorsaur here is a good one, because if you didn't get the Amazon 2-pack version a while back, this is a very good alternative, if not a better alternative, because of the use of the white plastic in the correct areas. Now, granted, Terrorsaur's animation model in the show, that white area, if you will, was sometimes light gray, sometimes dark gray, depending on who was, animating and the lighting and stuff. So that in itself is kind of debatable. But when you look at the Amazon one that used a lot of reds in those areas, especially with the thighs and the shoulders, this one looks a lot more like the animation model and everything that's going on there. So definitely, if you didn't pick up the Amazon one, you are in luck, because this 2-pack will probably be the cheapest 2-pack of the BWVS Beast Wars Again collection, but it'd also be one where you could get a pretty difficult to get figure right now, especially in a much better color scheme. So that's pretty awesome. We'll stay tuned on that when we have better images and, of course, price point, pre-orders, and everything like that. Aside from that, the other big thing that Tokyo Toy Show was talking about is just a whole bunch of other information in relation to what's happening with our masterpieces. So they right away talked about how Takara Tomy is in discussion with Porsche about doing stuff in the future. Now, that doesn't mean that it's jazz per se, but it might be talk about maybe Mirage from Transformers Rise of the Beast. Could be that, but it could open the door to that. Not to mention the fact that conversation with Porsche leads to probably what's happening with that Masterpiece cliff jumper we saw a while back. And they did confirm it does exist. It's out there. We've seen the prototypes. It's not a surprise to us. But so Porsche is going to be coming to Masterpiece in some shape or form. Could be Jazz, could be Mirage from Rise of the Beast. We will see. But we do know that cliff jumper is a part of that story. They have plans to reissue MP44 Hound. I don't understand the reasoning behind that, outside of maybe they feel that they've probably made better plastic tolerances on it. Hound was a figure that had a lot of QC issues, especially the busting of his doors during transformation, which could not be fixed. It was pretty brutal. So that might be them maybe trying to put out a product that is better than what they had before. They did the same thing. They would always improve the MP10 Rodimus and stuff like that with the knees and different panels. Also with the Transformers MPG line, the Masterpiece Gatai Combiner line, now that they've finished Raiden, they're looking to the future, and they're saying that this is their quote, it will not stay at 30 centimeters for the combined mode, but they don't specify, do they mean it won't stay 30 centimeters and it'll be shorter or taller? They didn't specify that, but there is going to be another combiner in the future, but we don't know if it's going to be shorter or taller. Very vague with that statement there. They also said that the higher-ups at Takara Tomy, the executives, directors, upper management, and designers, have been talking about how they're going to finish the Generation 1 line. They don't know what they're going to go with next, but the discussions are always happening. And to confirm that one of the next Masterpiece Beast Wars items that we will be getting is that of Season 1 Beast Wars Rhinox, so that's pretty exciting. Supposedly there were some closed-door images shown to a specific amount of fans, and they got to see some of the CAD design and the Gatling gun. So that's very exciting. Rhinox is coming. Up to that point, probably the best version was the Thrilling 30 Generations version. I wasn't too big on the Kingdom one. So now we're going to probably have something that's a good marriage of that. And probably Yuki Ashima from Kissplay. He worked on all the past Masterpiece Beast Wars stuff. So he'll probably be tackling that too and working his magic into it. Pretty exciting. I'm glad to have yet another of our Maximals in the Masterpiece line. All that's left right now of the Season 1 guys is Rattrap, which probably will get an improvement at some point. And, of course, Air Razor, the 2 smaller Maximals of Season 1. So pretty exciting. And then after that, who's going to be the next Pred? Tarantulas? Waspinator? We'll see. And the last thing we're going to cover is we have our very first look at our next G2 Stunticon member. So we had our drag strip, aka Shadow strip, that was given to us. We know that probably at some point we're going to get a breakdown because we saw that brand new head sculpt that ended up on a variant breakdown. But now we have Dead End, we had the listings, and now we have our first look at it, and I think he looks absolutely fantastic. This one here, whoever did the deco on it really paid attention to that original unreleased G2 1994-1995 release. Has the side deco that's really nice, it has the roof deco, it even has the hood deco that matches the original with the G2 Decepticon logo. The robot mode is fantastic, and the colors match that of the original robot mode of that old one there too, including even the art. So they did a fantastic job. Whoever did the deco on this one really was like very true to the original Transformers G2 stuff. And we're getting closer to completing G2 Stunticons now in a better color scheme, because we had that old Combiner Wars version, but that one was kind of rough in a lot of ways. Even the G2 Dead End with that one wasn't that great, in all honesty. So this is really nice. It has that old Porsche look. A lot of Porsche today we're talking about. But that then leaves afterwards, I mean, at some point we're going to probably see Breakdown, and then it's a matter of Wild Rider and Motormaster. How are they going to put those guys out there and finish our G2 Stunticon set? That's cool. The Menasor, man, it looks really good, though. I'm very impressed by how they did this. And that's it more or less for the Transformer news. We had a lot today, though, but it's still going to be pretty busy. There's also one more thing that I just want to kind of cover. Hasbro did announce that they will be doing a 100th anniversary Monopoly set, which is going to feature all the brands through Hasbro's history. They started back in 1923 with the Hassenfeld brothers, and they're doing a Monopoly set to celebrate all the different Hasbro brands that they've had throughout the years. Transformers is on there. You have a little Transformer piece of land that you could buy, and Bumblebee is also one of the represented pieces that you could use as your little tokens, along with Play-Doh and Mr. Potato Head, a Magic the Gathering Planeswalker logo, a My Little Pony, and then some. So keep an eye out for that. That's something that they're going to be showing off at the Las Vegas exhibition at some point. So pretty exciting. We're going to see what happens with more stuff in the future, but stay tuned here on the Transformer Slag podcast, and we'll keep you posted, educated, entertained, and informed. Take care.